Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I'm using the Universal Waite Tarot, so a classic tarot deck. And before I dive into the reading, I just want to let you know that I just opened enrollment on my upcoming 4-week tarot course. It's called The Daily Tarot Girl's Guide to Intuitive Tarot Reading. And classes start on September 18th. It's a 4-week course, and if you're interested in learning more about it or signing up, I'm going to put the link in the description box below this video. Okay, so let's dive into the reading, and then at the end of the reading, or actually I'm going to show you right now, I'm in my foster room right now, so I've got 3 little kittens, and I'm just going to zoom in on this girl. Look, she's sleeping. There's 3. There's 1 in the house. We'll go over and have a look. So this is Skip. This is Skip. Hey, Skip. And then right here is his sister, Brooke. Say hello, Brooke. Oh, she's shy. And then in the carrier is Marina. And Marina's all black. And they're all lovely, lovely kittens. Brooke was really feisty when I first got her a couple days ago, but as soon as you touch her, here she is peeking out again. As soon as you touch her, she starts purring and becomes so affectionate. It's so funny. It's just so funny to see a kitten who's like super hissy and seems aggressive to just like turn into like a puddle of love when you start petting her. Okay, so the first card we're going to look at represents the beginning of the week, so Monday and Tuesday. And we have the Fool, which is such a lovely card to start out with because the Fool is numbered 0 and it's the very first tarot card in a tarot deck. It's the first card in the major arcana. So the Fool is encouraging you to really be open this week. And even though this card is for the beginning of the week, it's about starting the week off on this note, but you really want to carry this energy through for the rest of the week as well. So this card is about being open and being open to new experiences, being open-minded and not immediately jumping to conclusions or snap judgments, and saying yes more often than you say no. I don't know if you've ever had this experience where a new opportunity comes up and your first instinct might be to say yes, and then your mind gets in the way and kind of talks you out of it, and you think, oh, but it might be too hard, or it might be too uncomfortable, or I don't know if I'd be good at that. And you sort of talk yourself out of it. So the Fool is encouraging you to say yes more often than you say no this week, especially to new experiences and new adventures. The Fool is also a card of new beginnings. This is about starting on a new journey. So sometimes this card will come up if you are beginning a new project, or you're applying for a new job, or you're going on a trip or something like that. And it's really just appearing to confirm that yes, you're on the right path. You know, keep learning, keep growing, keep having these new experiences. And then the next card I'm going to turn over represents the middle of the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. And here we have a little more of a low-key card. I feel like the Fool is just such a bright, strong, powerful card. So here we have the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is all about the spirit and the energy of giving and receiving. And whenever it comes up in a reading, it seems to be asking you to look at your relationship to both of these things. So how do you feel about giving? About helping someone, about, it's not just about giving gifts or giving money, but it's about giving of your time, your energy, your attention. How do you feel about doing that? Are you comfortable being in that giving role? And I know it depends on, the circumstances and who you're giving to, but in general, do you feel comfortable in this role, uncomfortable? And how do you feel about receiving? Because there's some people who are much more comfortable giving than they are receiving things, and vice versa. So this card is about balancing those two things. So don't think, if you're the kind of person who is really, really good at giving, but you feel uncomfortable receiving gifts or receiving attention and love and help from someone, this card is challenging you to balance that out a little bit. Because when you receive, because I think there's this perception that if you're better at giving than you are at receiving, then you're more of a selfless person, you're a good person. I think that's the narrative that we tell ourselves when we are really good at giving, but we can't, we're not comfortable with receiving. We tell ourselves it's because we're really good people and we just don't want to take from someone, and, we have this giving spirit. But actually, when you open yourself up and you allow someone to help you, or you allow someone to share something with you, or to give you something that they have, you are in many ways doing them a really big favor. And so this idea that being better at giving than receiving, this idea that that is somehow, makes you a better person is false. And so this card is really encouraging you to challenge that idea, if that is an idea that you indeed have. Okay, let's look at the weekend card. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got the Star. I love it. The Star is my favorite tarot card in a tarot deck. And I think it's my favorite card because I like the imagery. There's a naked woman, there's lots of water, there's stars. It's a peaceful card. Nothing bad is happening. But I love the message of the Star because this is really a card of relaxation, of letting go and letting things flow. So the Star is about trust. It's about having trust that everything that happens in life happens not necessarily for a reason, but everything that happens is meant to happen for some reason. It doesn't mean it happens for a reason, but everything that happens leads to other things. And so if you're at the end of your life and you look back over your life, you'll see how everything kind of, one thing sort of blossoms into the next thing. One thing propels you towards something else. And even if in the moment it feels like everything that's happening is wrong or this shouldn't be happening, in retrospect, when you look back, you see how everything kind of pushes you along on a certain path. And the message of the Star is that until you really understand this, and until you have this kind of trust in life, you will never really be able to truly relax and let go. And when you're able to relax and let go, that is when you are in your zone of genius. That is when you are your best self. Think about all the amazing ideas you've had over your lifetime. Chances are you had those ideas when you were in a state of relaxation, not when you were in a state of stress or anxiety. And think about all the most amazing experiences you've had, all those amazing, memorable experiences. Chances are most of those experiences you were in a state of relaxation, a state of openness. There's a lot of similarity between the Fool and the Star. So both of these cards are cards about trusting. They're cards about letting go. The Fool, he's trusting that if he just goes where the wind takes him, that he's, going to be cared for and looked after, and nothing terrible is going to happen. And of course, there's no assurances. That isn't necessarily true. But the Fool has this attitude. He's about to step off the edge of a cliff. And we don't know if it's really the edge of a cliff. There could be another little step right below that. Maybe he's just on the top of a stair, right? It just looks like he's on the edge of a cliff. But the Fool is about trusting that if you take a risk, if you take a chance, if you do something new and unexpected, and you get outside of your comfort zone, you're trusting that it will be okay. And so I see this theme of trust and letting go and kind of surrendering is is weaving throughout all the cards, because the Six of Pentacles, it's about giving and receiving. And there's a certain act of surrender in opening up to receive, in accepting help from someone. And that act of surrender is also present when you are offering something to someone. There's a sense of trust there. And then when we get to the Star, again, this is about trusting in the greater scheme of things, that everything is going to kind of work out. Everything is unfolding as it needs to unfold. So there's a real message here with these three cards. And notice that each figure in each card has their arms kind of open wide. There's an openness to their posture. So I think that this is kind of the theme for the week. It's about having trust, letting go, and just experimenting and seeing what kind of magic can happen, what kind of amazing experiences and opportunities are going to unfold when you step forward in life with trust and relaxation. I love that message. I think it's a beautiful message. So as always, I want to invite you to share your own thoughts on these cards. So if you had anything pop up for you as I was talking about these cards, if you're noticing something that you want to mention, feel free to add your comments in the comment section below. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. If you're interested in learning more about tarot and tarot card reading, you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got tons of fun stuff on there. I've got free tarot spreads, I've got tarot tutorials, deck reviews, all kinds of fun stuff. So thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful week.